So we've set Caitlin up with the BCD, but to learn a little bit more about what you look for when purchasing a BCD, we're going to talk to one of our product specialists, Chris. So Chris, what are we looking for? What's the good things? What are the bad things? And what should we have when we're purchasing a...
Perfect, yeah, Caitlin, it looks great on you. First of all, the most important feature that you want to look for in a buoyancy compensator is actually comfort and fit. Okay, once you put the buoyancy vest on, you want to put it on without the tank and just make sure first that you got a BC that's going to be secure to your body. Okay, you want to make sure that your arms, you have plenty of arm movement. Okay, right, with your shoulders, because as you're moving in the water and you're activating, you're grabbing your lights or you're grabbing your camera, you want to have that mobility. That's very, very important. Okay, also you want to make sure that the actual BCD itself, as you've learned from your scuba class, is you want to be streamlined, very streamlined in the water. So when you're swimming in the water, you don't want a lot of drag. You want to minimize the drag. So it's important in this case that the BCD be nice and secure and nice and tight up against her body. Okay. The other aspect of it, looking at comfort and fit, is actually you want to make sure that you have a weight integrated BCD. Now with the weight integrated BCD, basically your entire weight system is built into the vest itself, okay? And in this case, you have two separate pockets here. Go ahead and pull one straight out, and basically inside this pocket here, you go ahead and you'll put your weight, half of your weight in this side, half of your weight in the other side, and then some in the back to compensate for your buoyancy. But what's nice about that is that you don't have the hard weights up against your hips, which makes it uncomfortable. So it becomes increasingly more important to be comfortable in diving, but also to make things a lot easier.
So now that we learned about comfort and fit, we're going to talk about the different types of BCDs that are available for the different types of divers.
Well, there's actually buoyancy vests that are out there that are designed specifically for women. Women typically have a shorter torso, and so what the manufacturers have done is that they have actually created buoyancy compensators which will fit a woman's physique more appropriately. Okay? You have buoyancy compensators where it actually puts air, like the advanced design vest that'll put air underneath your arms, okay, that'll sit you high up out of the water, okay, and give you a secure feeling, all right? You also have back inflation. Back inflation, where the entire inflation is in the back of the buoyancy compensator. And what the benefit of that is that it actually gives you a lot more mobility in the front side of the BCD. You don't have the airbag coming up underneath your arm like you did in the other style. And in today's world, as people are learning to dive, they're traveling a lot. And so now the manufacturers are actually working on coming up with buoyancy compensators that are very lightweight, feature-rich, that are designed for travel.
You know, I noticed on a lot of these BCDs, the inflator hose is different on each type. Could you describe a little bit about the inflator hose and the different types of inflator hose you can use on the various BCDs?
Sure, absolutely. Okay, well, we're all used to the basic standard inflator, which is basically you have your oral inflation here where you just exhale into it, and you have your power inflation by pushing on that button to go ahead and put water or put air inside the buoyancy compensator. A new style has come out, and that is an alternative way to put air into your BCD, a little more ergonomically fit because it's down here next to your hip, and basically it's a power inflate, power deflate. Okay, to go down you just push down, and to go up you push up. So you no longer have to deal with actually the inflator mechanism right here. All right, and then what's really unique, you guys, is that in diving we try to remain streamlined. Remember we talked about that. Well, when you purchase your regulator, you have your primary regulator coming over your right shoulder, right? You have your gauge here, and you have your inflator here coming over your left shoulder. But you also have that really long thing. What's that called?
The alternate air source?
The octopus, right? Or alternate, right, alternate air source. And you always got to find a place to put that somewhere on a little clip here on your BCD. Well, what they've done is they've actually created a product called the alternative air source, and that is a actual regulator itself. And what that does is that eliminates the octopus, eliminates the that long hose possibly getting tangled onto something. And so this is what the newest, latest, greatest thing is out on the market as far as when you're choosing your alternate air source. It still inflates, and it works like a regulator as well.